Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice, know the guys. Me, really real, villain real, Terrell from Virginia here at your service. Nice little good weekend there for us over the past couple of days here. Fast Break Bets. That's why you got to get into the Discord, man. I be telling y'all, you gotta get into the Discord. Nice 3-0 play for Discord over the course of the weekend. 3 props, 3 hits. Very good. Very good. And so, looking at over the course of the weekend, I kicked things off adding some Discord plays here. We had Josh Giddey over 12.5 RA. That was a very good play. And then we had DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 RA and Zubac over 11.5 rebounds, 3-0. Got it done over the weekend. That's why you got to get into the Discord. bettingpros.com/discord. bettingpros.com/chat. That is bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. Welcome to the community. I drop weekend plays here. Whenever I don't have weekend episodes of Fast Break Bets, I will drop the plays in Discord. So please make sure you get over there in that Discord. You can go get out there and hang out with everybody. You can drop bets off in the group chat and hey, talk it out, get some opinions, and hey, maybe we tail and ride together and make some cash. So make sure you go get into that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. Yeah, very good over the weekend. Nice 3-0. And helps stop the bleeding and dig out of the hole that we dug ourselves in. So the props have been very good. Very good. Sides and total, hit or miss sometimes. But the props have been more or less really solid. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. We're going to keep slow rolling and hopefully we build another profit day after profit day after profit day. So with that being said, I do have a total and a player prop for you today in the National Basketball Association. Let's go ahead and kick things off here. Let's talk about the game. 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. The Dallas Mavericks are on the road going to play the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are laying 2.5 at home here. 238 is total. So you have Dallas on a back-to-back here. They're coming off of the road trip to Miami. Ended up losing that game. It was rather close. They was able to make it a game. Went to overtime, and the Miami Heat were able to excuse me, can't even talk. Miami Heat were able to pull away in overtime there and get it done as a 2.5 point home favorite. That just means we have to fade the Miami Heat next time around as a home favorite that they covered. So, nonetheless, we have the Atlanta Hawks, who horrible defensively, absolutely horrible defensively. And this is really easy. Like, you make yourself a lot of money just betting overs in the Atlanta Hawks games. 12-5 to the over this season, 6-2 at home, 7-2 as a favorite. Looking at the Dallas Mavericks, they are 6-0 to the over as an underdog this season. I'm sorry, and 6-2 on the road to the over as well. So very good spot backing Dallas this Dallas team on the road to go over. Looking at what they're doing and defensively, and it's absolutely atrocious for the Atlanta Hawks, giving up 120.5 points per game. That is 28th in the NBA this season. Let's just go ahead and bring this down to even a little bit more recency data. Looking at the last 5 games, Hawks do have a very good spot coming off of rest, playing a team that is playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Typically boats well for the over. looking here, yeah, so Hawks still not any good defensively, 27th in the NBA over the last 5 games. The pace, number one for the Hawks, and I think that's the thing that's really, really interesting, is the fact that pace is number one, and you have a Kyrie Irving led Mavericks team that loves to run the pace. Like Kyrie can push the pace, push the pace, push the pace. So if you're going out there and you're pushing pace, Kyrie doesn't have any problem with that. Maybe when Luka is running the show and they're running more half court sets for Luka, and this team is a lot more ISO ball, but Kyrie Irving can get the ball in transition and push the ball up the floor and score it himself or set other people up for him. So I think that just means that if the Hawks are going to be trying to control pace here and run up and down the floor, Kyrie Irving and his Dallas Mavericks have no problem with that. And they're going to absolutely do that. And that's how I see a whole bunch of points being scored in this one. These two teams have gone over in 3 of the last 4 matchups. I think this is a really, really good spot here that we can get yeah, a high total, but it's the Atlanta Hawks. Like I'm never afraid of the high total with the Atlanta Hawks. The Dallas Mavericks as a like I said as a road dog 5-0 on the second night of a back-to-back this season, 3-0 to the over. It's just a bunch of over systems that's ringing off in my head. You don't have to tell me much when I hear the Atlanta Hawks. So give me the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks to go over 238. That is play number 1. Play number 2. Shout out to the prop bet cheat sheet. Make sure you get that in the Betting Pros app. If you haven't already, download that Betting Pros app in the App Store, Google Play Store, whatever you get your apps in the stores. Here we go. We have Ochai Agbaji over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Agbaji, they have him projected for 19.9. Shout out to Betting Pros. 19.9 projection on the PRA and a 76% cover probability. He's 10-6 to his prop this season. I think that you have two things going for you when you're playing this game. He's going up against the Detroit Pistons here on the road, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. I think that there's no Cade Cunningham in this game. And if you look at the recency, so this is why it's sometimes important to see how a team is doing right now in terms of how they were doing in the beginning of the season. Because beginning of the season, Pistons pretty good defensively, really, really solid. As of late, I've seen the holes and I've seen where this Toronto team, especially in a game where Cade Cunningham's not playing, so the Pistons might not be playing as clean on offense as they normally would be. You have last 3 games for Detroit, they gave up 111 on the road to the Orlando Magic. They gave up 123 on the road to Charlotte. They gave up 122 at home to Chicago. I think that this Toronto team, when you look at them offensively and how good they've been on the offensive side of the basketball, they compare to Charlotte and Chicago and how they can score in bunches and put up high points totals. So I'm looking at the 120 points that they gave up to those two teams, and I'm like, man, I think Toronto's probably going to be able to score here, especially if they're not as clean on offense without Cade Cunningham in the lineup. Agbaji doesn't have to worry about the length of Cunningham guarding him at all either. And so he and Grady Dick actually have been really, really, really good spots for this Toronto team this season. Looking at Agbaji, he has been over this line in 12 of 16 games this season. I think this is a pretty good spot for him. He's been very consistent. I'm expecting for the Raptors to score more points in this game. Give me Agbaji over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That is play number 2. He's been really, really good to this again, hit in 12 of 16 games this season. All right. With that, there you go. We got Agbaji over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And we have the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks over 238. With that, I am at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X. Make sure you give us a follow on X and TikTok at BettingPros, at BettingPros NFL on Instagram, and YouTube.com/BettingPros. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcast. And hey, make sure you like the video. Make sure you drop a comment under any Fast Break Bets video this month, and you will have a chance to win a Muggsy Bogues autographed signed jersey. So make sure you go get those entries in. All you have to do is leave a comment under a Fast Break Bets video this month. With that, there we go. That's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.